This is Chris K with your Peak Fitness Foundation Strength Training Program. Now, our program consists of 4 exercises performed back to back as a circuit, meaning I'm going to do the first exercise, followed by the second, third, and fourth exercise, rest is needed, and repeat again. We're going to do each exercise, or each circuit, we're going to do our circuit 3 times in total for anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. The way it works is, if I can get 10 reps of any exercise, that means that I need to make it harder in some way, and I'll show you how to do that in the circuit. If I can't get 5 reps, I need to make it easier in some way, and I'll show you how to do that also. So for this workout, you're going to need a band of some sort, and just some chairs or something that you can push up on. Okay, so our first exercise is a push-up. All right, with a push-up, what I'm looking for, proper form of the push-up is coming into a push-up position, making sure my head is in line with my hips and my shoulders, and bringing everything down together. So I want to bring all my hips, my shoulders, and kind of everything in a straight line down together. Back's flat with the table, and I come back up. All right, notice that I'm not leading with one part, meaning my chest, or this. Now I have to tell people, just pretend there's a plate of food on your back. You just want to balance it as you come down. And if one part kind of gets out of the way, then we know that maybe we need to look at making it easier in some way. So for our starter level for the push-up, we start up on a wall. Okay? And with this might seem pretty easy, but if this is your first time doing a push-up in a while and we're working on mechanics, just spend a little while doing this. It's not necessarily about making it harder with each session. We want to get in good form before we do that. So once you're comfortable moving in kind of as a unit, then we start to add difficulty. So I'm going to come up on my toes, big chest, okay? Pick a spot about 10 degrees in front of me. Think about keeping my back flat like a table. Come down, come back up. To make it harder, what I can do is just simply back away from the wall, do the same thing. Get my elbows are tucked in, so I'm not shrugging my shoulders, but my elbows kind of leaned out this way. Thinking about bringing my elbows just in slightly, coming down, coming back up. From here, we move to a lower surface, like a chair or a bench, and we do the same thing. Come down, pause, come back up. Okay, now oftentimes, and from there you can move to progressively lower surfaces until we get to the floor. All right, now oftentimes you're going to have a situation where you do a push-up in the wall, but then you're not strong enough to necessarily do a great one on the bench. Okay, there are a couple ways that we can kind of make little micro progressions, and our first would be just lowering. So start in a push-up position on the wall. Okay, you can knock those out pretty easily. Then we start to do things like just lowering down to the bottom, coming on my knees, and starting back over. So I'm not working the top part yet where I'm pushing back up. I'm literally just lowering, holding, pausing, and just building strength. Okay? You would still do anywhere from 5 to 10 lowers, and you would focus on maybe just coming down for 3 to 5 seconds with each one. The other thing that we could do is just hold a push-up position on lower surface. So maybe if you warm up and you get your first set on the wall, we do a push-up hold or lower for the next 2 sets here, and then we progress into just normal push-ups as we go along. Once you're comfortable with the technique, make it harder with some way with each session, just try to add difficulty. So that's our push-up. Our next exercise is a squat. Okay, with a squat, what I want to think about doing is getting my feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, getting a chair or something behind me. Okay, just sticking my butt out like a bad dance move, sitting back on my heels, and literally just sitting down to a chair. Okay? Well, oftentimes when people squat, they'll come up under their toes, and we want to stay away from that. So I'm thinking about just sitting back, pausing, sticking my knees out, and coming back up. I'll do this from another angle so you can see me. Back down, come back up. All right, from here, the progression would be just to take the chair away. Just squat down as far as you can with proper form, meaning a nice straight back, all the way shifted into my heels. Ultimately, we want to be able to get down to about parallel and come back up. Okay? Now from there, we're going to add difficulty by moving to what's called a split squat. Split squat is coming into a split stance here, dropping my back knee down to a pad or some sort of a target, and coming back up. Notice I'm doing this next to a chair as well, so I can use the chair for support. What I want to stay away from is leaning forward as I'm coming down, or shifting forward on my toes. All right, if you feel that that's the case, hold on to a chair, let yourself drop down, come back up. As you get better at that, come on to one leg, just like that. All right, again, I'm looking for 5 to 10 reps. Start with a chair, move to parallel, move to split squat after that. Our third exercise is going to be a band pullback. Right? The band pullback is fairly simple. Okay? I'm just going to start here, palms facing down. I'm going to think about keeping my shoulder blades down. I'm just pulling the band apart, squeezing my shoulder blades together, and coming back. Squeeze together, my shoulder blades drop apart. I should feel this in the muscles of my middle back, kind of my shoulder blades versus my neck. Okay, so if you find that that is the case, make sure that you're pulling your shoulder blades down and back, and just kind of pull down and lower. All right. The way that we can make this harder is actually by just adding reps. Okay, so rather than doing 10, I might do 20 here. We can also do things like over the head, behind the head pullbacks, and pullbacks from different angles. So if I can get 10 normally here with good form, where I'm feeling it in the right places, then I'll start to do 10 from another angle. Okay, so just add reps there. You can go up to 30 reps from various positions, and you can get creative. You can come from a diagonal, you can come from above, or you can come from below. It's all working the same muscles, just a little bit differently because we're going a little different with the angles. Now our last exercise is going to be a glute bridge. Okay, with the glute bridge, what I'm going to do is just start my back. Okay, what I want to think about doing, pushing my butt up into the air, tightening my butt cheeks. Okay, shifting the weight into my heels, sticking my knees out. You're going to feel this in your butt. I want you to hold at the top, come down, pause, come back up, really squeeze your butt cheeks hard, and come back down. All right, now I want you to feel this in the butt versus the hamstrings of the quads, all right? And if you find that that is the case, only raise up as high as you can while feeling it in the butt, okay, versus going too high where we start to get it other places, all right? Usually this is going to be pretty easy for somebody. You know, you're probably going to be able to knock out 10 reps of that, no problem. From there, what we do is we progress to a bench. So the bench, I'm going to start here. Push my butt up in the air, again, tighten my butt cheeks, and come back down, just like that, okay? What we can also do in this position to add difficulty is either add reps, you know, with a glute bridge you can do up to 30 reps, or you can hold a weight on your pelvis. So I'll put, you know, you can use fill my backpack with some weight or a purse or something like that, put it on your pelvis, come up and down, and that will increase the resistance. But once again, if you're just doing reps with body weight, you can go up to 30 reps here, or you can add weight to your pelvis and stick with that 10 rep number. So once again, recap, push up, band pull back, squat, glute bridge, 3 rounds of 5 to 10 reps. That's your foundation circuit.